Tatawagin mo ako by my name, sapakin kita dyan Char. So, to all my friends na nasabihan ko na you cannot ever reject the alcohol that my dad gives you, wala na. I-reject nyo na yan. Huwag na kayong minom. Sabihin mo yung tatay ko next na hindi na putito. 안녕하세요. 주원입니다. Today's video is going to be the reverse culture shock I experienced back here in Korea as a Korean who has lived in the Philippines for 19 to 20 years. So I made a part 1 before, pati yung fries ng McDo ng Korea at ng Philippines, magkaiba. Asan yung asin? And the theme for today's reverse culture shock is relationships. Not necessarily jowa, balls, ganun. Hindi relasyon. Pero relation. Ay, charot. In English. Kahit ano relationship. Like, you know, I do say that I get like reverse culture shock, pero technically it's just cultural differences. Let's get into it. Number 1, the use of honorifics. In Korea, age is very important because that's how you establish the honorifics that you're going to use. So it's very common for Korean people, tatanungin nila agad yung age mo the moment you meet. In other cultures, they find it quite rude. Technically, sa Pilipinas, hindi siya rude, pero not necessary. Like, kahit bagong kita tayo, parang hindi mo naman tinatanong, ilang taon ka na? But in Korea, it's one of the very first things that they ask. And then once you know the age, alam mo na kung sino mas matanda at sino mas bata, diba? So after you know that, you can already figure out the honorifics that you're going to use. So usually, when I meet people older than me, I call them oppa or onni. And vice versa, if they're younger than me, they would call me onni, duna. I've always been used to that whenever I meet fellow Korean people. Kasi I have a younger brother and he always calls me Nuna. Any other way that he would call me, I would take offense in it. Tatawagin mo ako by my name, sapakin kita dyan Char. Hindi naman ganun. Medyo ganun, pero hindi yung seryosong tono. Pero napaka-weird kapag hindi niya ako tinawag by Nuna. Hanap gulo ka ba, boy? Parang ganun. Siguro nga dahil ganun yung kultura, like embedded na siguro sa utak namin na honorifics are quite important in Korean culture. It feels really weird whenever we break that honorific, especially if we know that they are older than us. But the odd thing is, that mentality of mine only exists whenever I'm dealing with other Korean people. When I talk with Filipino people, hindi ko yung naiisip gawin. Kasi sa Philippines, kapag bata ka, siguro applicable pa yun. Like, nung bata ako, gumagamit ako na ate, kuya. Like, kahit hindi ganun kalaki yung age difference namin. Kasi yung kapitbahay namin, parang yung age difference namin, 2 to 3 years lang. Pero ate pa rin yung tawag ko sa kanya. Pero pagdating mo sa college, 2 to 3 years plus years pa, walang ate kuya na nagaganap doon. Kahit upper year level siya sa'yo, parang never ako gumamit ng ate kuya sa mga orgmates ko or schoolmates ko. Usually, it's first name basis. Tsaka ako lang gagamitin yung ate kuya kung siguro mga asar lang ako na parang, hi ate. Parang inaasar ko lang siya na mas matanda siya sa akin. Pero ako din naman kasi, nawi-weirdo ako kapag may tumatawag sa akin na ate. Lalo na yung nagkaroon kami ng mga freshies. Ate Juwonee yung tawag nila sa akin. Tapos ako parang, anong ate? Huwag na kayo mag-ate to naman. Parang others. I mean, others nga tayo, pero wag naman ganon. And that is the norm in Philippines, I believe, or maybe the environment that I grew up in. The only time I would use ate kuya is kapag specifically that person tells me to refer to them as ate kuya, or to people na hindi ko alam or di ko kilala, di ba? Like, ate pabot po ng bayad. Anyway, yung point ko is, parang akong may light switch. Kapag ang mga kausap ko yung Koreans, nag-on siya bigla, na parang, honorifics. Pero kapag kausap ko is like Filipinos, off ulit siya. So, nung dumating ako dito sa Korea, meron pa rin ako nung switch na yun. And like, for the year I have been living here, I have met different kinds of people, like actual Koreans, or fellow Koreans who used to live in other countries so they can speak English or other languages, o kaya foreigners who are living in Korea. And the weird thing that I'm encountering right now, whenever I meet English-speaking Koreans and foreigners living in Korea, or foreigners speaking in Korean, my switch doesn't work anymore. Sometimes when I meet English-speaking Koreans, they tell me to just call them by their first name or English name. So, walang honorifics na magaganap doon. which, they already gave me approval of, and I don't need to like call them onni or oppa. Pero kapag ginawa ko yun, parang nawi-weirdohan ako. Parang when I see a Korean, nakadikit na yung honorifics sa dulo, hindi ko alam bakit. Like, hindi ko mapigilan. So, kahit English yung pangalan nila, like English name yung binigay sa akin, I would still attach onni at the end. I mean, it's not offensive in any way, but it feels weird inside. It feels like nakasala ako. And then the other thing is, I have a lot of foreign friends who lived longer in Korea than me. So, they're much more accustomed to the Korean culture, I guess. So, they know. Alam na nila yung mga cultural notions in Korea. Whenever I meet new foreign people, I just defaultly ask their name and don't ask for their age. So it makes me wonder after a while na parang, did they think I was being rude? I'm a very rude Korean. Diba? Kapag nag-overthink ako, parang napapaisip ako na parang, what if? Diba? What if they think I'm a very disrespectful Korean? Pero if you're like in elementary, please do call me by ate. Thank you. Number 2. Texting. In Korea, the biggest texting app still used is Kakao Talk. I got used to Facebook Messenger, which is the most popular chatting app in the Philippines. But people in Korea rarely use Facebook. So whenever people chat me through Kakao Talk, I always forget to reply. Like, alam mo, they greeted me Happy New Year and then I saw it March. So, ang awkward na tuloy, hindi ko alam kung dapat ba ako mag-reply ng Happy New Year din kung March na. To be honest, nakakahiya na talaga i-open yung message na yun. 죄송합니다. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. The next difference is in the way people chat. I am a big fan of emojis. But in Korea, nobody really uses emojis. Kahit smiley face, hindi eh. Korean people rarely change into the emoji keyboard. What they usually use is this one. You know yung ganun? That's the smiley face that they commonly use. And it's so weird because in my mind, kapag gumamit ka nito, para kang may galit sa akin. Para siyang gantong emoji. So minsan, kahit na alam ko, the person that I'm chatting to is not angry at me and they're literally just using that to be friendly or to express happiness, I feel very nervous talking to them whenever they send me that thing. And another common thing that Korean people use is this. Yung turut. And that's so weird to me. That's so weird. I cannot get used to it. I only use that whenever like up to or about. Alam niyo yun sa numbers. People in Korea use that a lot, like Juwonee. So instead of emojis, what Korean people usually use is yung mga stickers. This can be free, but usually it's paid. And honestly, they are so cute. They are so expressive. Pero sa Facebook kasi libre yan. Like, free download. Ba't ako magbabayad para sa stickers? Number 3. 술자리 or drinking sessions. 술자리 is a very important part in building a relationship with people in Korea because alcohol is a very big part of our culture. Kasi fun fact, Korea is the heaviest drinker in Asian countries. Kaya din, the alcohol market is very big in Korea. Like, there's so many varieties of alcohol that comes out. Recently, there has been a craze about zero sugar in Korea. So there's been like zero sugar soju. There's always been zero, there's like Jinro Zero, and there's probably more coming out. There's so many different flavors as well. The weirdest one I have ever tasted is this papiko soju, which is chocolate soju, which I am not a big fan of. Drinking session is a big part of socializing or in making friends, both in Korea and the Philippines. Walang mas malalang bonding kaysa sa makainuman mo yan, di ba? One of the key things that I found different between Philippines and Korea is, well, yung hierarchy. You know how Korean people has this drinking etiquette? The thing that I was shocked in terms of 술자리 is the soju itself. Because soju is also a very big alcohol in the Philippines. Like, they sell a lot of soju. I don't know if it's because I was a student nung nasa Pilipinas pa ako. Pero when I was drinking soju with my friends, usually they are flavored. We rarely buy the original one. So, malaking market of flavored soju sa Pilipinas. And that's usually the soju that we're pertaining to in the Philippines, the flavored one. But in Korea, flavored soju, hindi siya masyado binibili dito. Usually, if you're gonna drink soju, they just buy soju. It's either the green cap or the red cap. Dati kasi nasa isip ko lang, tatay ko lang umiinom nun kasi malakas siya uminom. Pero, baka it's a Korean thing. Char. But also just to share, dati kasi in like Korean culture, especially in a work setting, you cannot really reject the drinks that your elders give you. And that's how I was brought up by my parents. Kasi nga, they are from that kind of generation. You quickly learn as soon as you get here, that's not really the case. People don't really force you to drink anymore. If you can't drink, then you can't drink. You can just drink soda. No one will take offense to it. Social pressuring people into drinking alcohol is no longer a thing. In every case, there are exceptions, pero ito na yung bagong norm. So, to all my friends na nasabihan ko na you cannot ever reject the alcohol that my dad gives you, wala na. I-reject nyo na yan. Huwag na kayong minom. Kasi dati, I invited my friends to our house para mag-samgyup kami. Minsan, sumasali yung tatay namin. Nakikisali siya sa inuman. And back then, I would always tell my friends na, oh my God, sa Korean culture, bawal may reject yung offer sa'yo ng nakakatanda sa'yo. So, parang ano sila? Parang, sige na nga, achar. Yung mga friends ko, di tumatanggap sila ng alcohol sa tatay ko. Yung mga friends ko na nasabihan ko nun at napilitan talaga mag-shot. Sorry, hindi na yung totoo. Hindi na yung totoo, B. I-reject mo lang. Sabihin mo yung tatay ko next time, hindi na po tito. No, thank you. Yan, tama. Yun na yung bago Yun na yung bago. Next time, samgyup ulit. Hindi ko alam kung like key cultural thing to sa Philippines. Kapag nagiinuman kami ng friends ko, tapos nagkukwentuhan, usually paikot yung may ikot. Like, isa-isa kayong iinom ng shot. Hindi ko alam kung dahil ang dami namin at kulang kami sa baso. Pero, I realized that's not a thing in Korea. Sa Pilipinas, usually, kapag binigyan ka ng shot, ang agad mo nga hanapin chaser. It's like some kind of drink. Pero sa Korea, usually, kapag binigyan ka ng shot, ihahanda mo yung kakainin mo. So usually kapag nagsasamgyup, kunwari, magsha-shot na, sasabihin nila usually, palisamsa, like, make your sam na, like, your lettuce, your samgyup, and all the things that you put, and like, prepare it. Prepare your one sam. Cheers! Sam. Pero in the Philippines is, cheers! Ay, hindi, wala ka palang ka-cheers kasi isa-isa lang yung shot. Wala lang. Sinasabi ko lang. After na dumaldal ako, medyo na-realize ko, I don't think this video is necessarily about reverse culture shock. It's more of just the cultural differences between South Korea and the Philippines in the manners that I've experienced. That is it for today's video. So, see you next time. Bye!